Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today I went to my mom and dad's house to eat and watch a ball game, and I went downstairs to look for something and I found a box of baseball cards. And it had some stuff in there that I knew I'd been missing. I hadn't seen in a while, like this 18 card. Not really, I wasn't missing it, but anyway, I had, for all you super collectors out there, I guess I used to be a semi-super collector because I found this binder, and it's got a few different players in it, but one of my favorites in here is these Fernando Valenzuela's, because I love him. Got some pretty nice ones. They're in pretty good shape. I might leave them in this binder. Y'all know how I like to keep my cards in soft plastics. But anyway, I also had Darryl Strawberries. I always like these cards with the rounded corners. And I like these too. But I know they're not worth anything. But there's a few duds in here, like Kevin McReynolds, but I loved him because he was a Padre, so I collected him. There's Kirby Puckett's, bunch of him. No rookies, but I would have kept them in top loader. There's Kevin McReynolds, Kirby's. And the very first player in here was Don Mattingly. I kind of like them. There's a bunch of him. See, I always like those cards. I always like Fleer stickers. I like cards with two people on it, especially that one. First page, 87 Topps. Always went and got KB toy cards when they came out. The set. Anyway, so there's the binder, and then there's another binder. There's boxes of stuff. This is like 80. Here's a whole bunch of, I think, what are these? 81 Donruss. There's a whole bunch of them. I haven't looked through them. They're probably all commons. 82 Fleers in here. A bunch of them. 83 Fleer. Ken Landreau, I liked him. And then there's another binder that I used to keep good cards in. I'll move this. I used to keep good cards in this, and the other day I was thinking about it, and then lo and behold, I find it today. And it didn't have great cards in it, but it had some pretty good football cards. There's Franco Harris, Mean Joe Green, Rocky Bleier, Walter Payton. But the ones I like are these. Walter Payton league leaders, him and OJ. They're not in that bad a shape. I always loved Billy Sims. Alan Page, he's a Justice. Larry Zonko, he was. And then I like these. Joe Theismann's, 3 of them. John Riggins. So they weren't great cards, but they're decent football cards. But then, sorry about this. I've always known that I was missing a lot of my older cards, my 78s. So I found this. And I got this from a friend when I lived there. I think in a baseball card trade. But I took the cards in it that were in it. There's my sister, Lori. I always like stickers, you know. And I put my own cards in it and got it turned around backwards. So, let's see who the first one is. Ken Hrbek. I liked him. A bunch of Ken Hrbek. Johnny Benches. A bunch of George Bells. At one time they're alphabetical order. But see, here's some of my 78s I was missing. Ron Say. Well, y'all know I like Ron Say. 79, 81. So all these guys, there's no telling how many of these cards I bought just because I wanted them, didn't know I had them. Here's some Steve Garveys, of course. Walmart, I definitely bought that card. Bought one autograph. Bunch of Steve Garveys. And there's some in here that I bought recently that I didn't know I had. And they're in here. But anyway, I was surprised when I found this. I'll be honest, I don't remember. There's a Rich Gossage, creased real bad, but 77. Look at that. I don't remember putting those cards in that notebook, but I did. I remember the cards, but I don't remember putting them in there. Willie McCovey's. More Kevin McReynolds. I always liked him, sorry. Oh, and also, here's a 67 Phil Niekro in terrible shape. Somebody poked his eyes out, poor guy. So these cards they're not gradable. There's an 83 Ripken. They're not gradable, but, you know, they're cards I'll be glad I have. I won't have to buy them. Bunch of Don Suttons, Dave Winfield. Saw some Joe Morgans in here earlier. Billy Ripken. And the last thing is, if I can find, there's a box of football cards. If I can find it, there's a box of Sports Flicks. It's almost the whole set. I probably picked out the stars. I can't find it. But anyway, here it is. I always like Sports Flicks for some reason. And here's a whole box of them. Bill Buckner and Chili Davis. But anyway, that's it. That's what I found today. Nothing big. Probably not a card in here worth more than $3 or $4. Unless they were graded. And they probably wouldn't grade good. But that's an 8-minute video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Keep on collecting.